Good day, gentlemen. I've been with my girl for over 5.5 years, and I will compress those 5 years into 5 brutally honest relationship lessons that will help you improve your relationship massively. This is not some shallow red pill bullshit, but I will say you might not want to hear what I'm about to tell you. But the ones who take action on these lessons will thank me forever. Because 0% of how my relationship is going right now is by accident. And 0% of how your relationship is going right now is by accident. Let that sit in for a moment. It's called sink in. Yeah, let that sink in for a moment. We'll get straight into this, man. Lesson number 1 is, if you're insecure about anything in your relationship, you need to understand where confidence truly comes from. And most people have never even discovered this, never even told you this, and never even broken this down into a manageable thing. Where confidence really comes from is courage coupled with competence. The courage to execute coupled with as Alex Hormozi, the entrepreneur, calls it, the stack of undeniable proof that you can do the right thing. That's competence, right? So what I mean with this is, if you simply don't know how to make her feel deeply loved, or you simply don't know how to start a hard conversation, or you simply don't have the courage to do those things, then you're not going to be confident in those situations. You need the courage to execute, and you need the competence to do the right thing, or to know what to do. That's really it. And a lot of people, when they talk about confidence, they talk about internal work, and internal work is certainly important. Let's not bullshit here. It is important. But external work is also important. And what I mean with external work mostly is just action in the world. Whether that is, how do you get good at hard conversations? You have more hard conversations. Simple as that. And yes, the internal work is important, because the internal work is the work that gives you the courage. The external work is the work that gives you the reputation, the competence, right? And so what I mean with this is, if you fear having a hard conversation, then reflect on that fear. Where does that fear come from? How can I solve that fear? And also, most of the time, fear comes from inaction. Let that sink in for a moment. Fear comes from inaction. The moment you take action, fear goes away. And I'll give you a very simple example, because I'm feeling this right now. This is a long video. To be honest with you, I dreaded filming this video, because I was like, I have to sit here for like 30 minutes or something, and I don't really have that time right now, but I need to make this video. I had this fear, this resistance towards filming this video. What did I do? I just said, okay, cool. I'll just go there. I'll just go to this spot and just start filming. And here we are. Do I feel fear? Do I feel resistance? No, it's gone, because I took action. Simple as that, man. And the thing is this, I know for a fact that you know one or even multiple things that you want to say to your woman, or that you want to do with your woman, but that you're afraid of, or you don't know what to really do and how to really do it. You don't feel competent. The only thing that's going to help you through this is action. And if you need to change your mindset, to change your thoughts, to change your internal state, to take that action, then you need to do that first. But really at the end of the day, the only proof that truly is there that you are who you say you are, the only proof that you can find the only proof that there is, that shows you that you are that guy who can make her feel incredibly deeply loved, or who can start a hard conversation in a loving and truly masculine way. The only proof there is you seeing, hey, I can actually do it. Is you seeing, nice, I can do it. I did it. I took action and it worked. And of course, there are things, and I do this myself for stuff where I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. Visualization helps. This stuff really works. This sounds woo, but this stuff really fucking works. I would not be where I am right now without visualization, without, at the end of the day, making myself believe that I can do something, brainwashing myself, searching for reasons of why I can do it, rather than reasons why I cannot do it. But at the end of the day, the only thing that's actually gonna really fully cement that personality, that confidence within you, is taking action and seeing that it works. And if it doesn't work, take action again. Take action again. Lesson number 2 is, women who value themselves, they don't want a macho man who rules over them. They stay very far away from that stuff, right? That those women that you actually want to be with long term, or that woman that you actually want to be with long term, she stays far away from that stuff. But she still doesn't want to make decisions. And that's a tricky spot to be in for you, because you're like, okay, I don't want to rule over her, but I still want to like have her relax in the demonstration of my direction, right? That's what she really wants to do. She doesn't really care about the outcome as much as you do. What she cares about is just being relaxed, going with the flow. Whenever you say, okay, we're going to do this, if she doesn't think it's a horrible thing, she's not going to say anything, and she's just going to go with you. If she actually thinks it's a bad, really, really bad decision, she's going to tell you, hey, this is not the way to go. Let's go here. She's going to call you out on your bullshit, 100%. The thing is, what she wants you to do is be courageous and competent enough to make the right decisions. And in order for you to get there, you need to make decisions. You need to make wrong decisions a lot. And you need to ground your ego a bit and maybe get hurt every once in a while by her telling you, hey, dude, this is not the way to go. Let's go here. And maybe she says this in harsh ways, right? Maybe not. The thing is, she wants to, again, relax in the demonstration of your direction. She doesn't want to make those big or small decisions of like, where do we go to eat? Or, where do we want to move? Or something like that. She doesn't really want to make those decisions, especially with those smaller day-to-day things of, where do we go out to eat? She doesn't care about making that decision. She just wants you to make a decision so she doesn't have to think about it. And she just can go along with you and go along with the flow. And then many men might say, but she doesn't trust my lead. Well, man, let me ask you this. How can she trust your lead if either you just rule over her but make bad fucking decisions all the time because you never learned with her feedback how to actually make a good decision for both of you? Or if you are that guy who just bows down and makes decisions for her rather than for both of you and for himself. How can anyone trust a person like that? How can anyone trust a person who's like the hero, I'll just make the decision and you follow me? Or the person who's like the mama's boy. Really, that's what it is. And I've been that person in the past, so I can say this stuff. The mama's boy who's just bowing down of, I'll make the decision for you, blah, 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 blah. Really, what you need to be is become that warrior. What I mean with the warrior is like the mature version of those two sides, either the mama's boy, the mama's child, or that hero that does everything to look good, right? That does everything to please his own ego. The warrior doesn't really care about his own ego. The warrior cares about the result. And so the warrior makes decisions and he asks for help if he needs to. That's who you have to become here. And one more thing about that. Know where you are going in life. That's a crucial part of it. Know your goals, know your destination, know your long-term plan, and change that up with feedback over years, right? Your goals might change. But have a long-term plan, have a long-term vision, and don't be afraid to ask for her input on especially bigger and more long-term decisions, because what it really will do for you is you can, sounds a bit dumb, but you can make use of her feminine intuition. She's way more in tune with her gut feeling than you are, and so you can use that to both of your advantage and make better decisions with that, and also learn more about her and learn more about how to actually make good decisions for both of you. Learn where your interests align and where they maybe don't align, right? So for bigger decisions, and by the way, this is not made up by me, this is not made up by anyone, but a friend of mine or acquaintance of mine recently talked to a very big online entrepreneur and asked him like, hey man, how much do you ask your wife on bigger business decisions? And that guy, very like masculine and everything guy, has said, yeah, with everything. Because I value her input, I value her feminine intuition. She's in tune with her gut feeling. I'm not as much. I want her side of this. And I'm making way better decisions for both of us and for my business when I make decisions with her input as well. So with bigger decisions, be comfortable enough, be grounded enough to ask for her input. With smaller decisions like, where do we go out to eat? What do we do this weekend? Just take action. Just make a decision. And she's going to tell you if it's a bad fucking decision, but most likely it's going to be a decent decision. You make the best of it. Great. Point number 3 is crucial for you to understand. But before we go into this, I just want to quickly say, if you're one of these rare men who watch these videos, not for entertainment purposes, but because you actually want to improve your relationship, you actually want to take action, you want to change the way that your relationship is going right now, but you don't know how, and you want some guidance, you want some like feedback from someone who's done it and from someone who's helped a bunch of other men do it as well, then what you can do is you can apply for a discovery call with me. In this call, we can talk about where you're at right now, where you want to go, and we can see whether it makes sense for you to work with me. If that sounds good to you and you just want to see whether, yeah, I can help you out, then you can book that discovery call, link in the description, and I'll see you in there. Excited to talk to you there. Now, point number 3 is a bit of a tricky one for you to maybe understand. If she tells you you're great, but you don't feel great, then you still need to change. This happens to a lot of men, maybe sexually, maybe from their looks, maybe from whatever else, right? Their woman tells them, no, like, it's fine, it's great, right? But you're like, she only says that out of love, and she only says that to make me feel good, and I don't really see myself that way. Well, then you still need to change. And I'm not saying you need to change externally, or just externally. Maybe you need to change externally. Maybe you need to change internally. I mean, if your woman tells you, no, it's okay that you're a bit overweight, and you're like, no, I want to be in great shape, then, well, external result, right? You need to change that external. But if she tells you, man, you're really doing good and all this, like, just relax, but you have this anxious thought of like, no, if I don't become great, she's going to leave me, and you have this basically anxious attachment to her, right? Well, then you need to change your internal state. And really what it is here is, so many people see themselves being a deep thinker, someone who's very self-aware, very reflected. Many people see that as a curse. They're right. Other people see it as a blessing. They're also right. Choose your side. Choose which side you want to be on. Because if you complain, or if you say, no, man, my thoughts, they're too deep and they make me feel bad and all this, well, you're right. But if you say, hey, I have such deep thoughts and they're so good and they help me reflect and they help me make better decisions in life and they help me move forward in life and they don't block me, but they actually make me way more powerful in life, you're also right. Choose your side here wisely and just realize, just because she tells you you're great, well, if you don't feel great, even though she tells you this, over time, if you don't change, you will start resenting her. Simple reason for that is, well, if she tells you, no, you're handsome and you're this and you're that, but you don't actually believe it, then your subconscious thinks she's lying. She can't actually mean that. She's lying. You start resenting her. And you start resenting yourself because you're like, why can't I even take a fucking compliment from her? She's complimenting me all the time, but I can't even take a fucking compliment. I can't even enjoy her love. Change your external or your internal or both, depending on where you're at. That's how you get to a point where you can actually enjoy her love, actually enjoy her compliments, and feel great about yourself without even getting compliments. And now some men who watch these videos for entertainment reasons will complain, but how do I change my internal state? How do I change my external state? Well, man, you know who you want to be, don't you? You know exactly who you want to be, and your woman also knows exactly who you want to be and who you can be. How can she trust you? And how can you trust yourself if you don't even trust your own gut feeling? Your gut feeling tells you, hey, this is who you can become. Do everything in your power to become that person. And you sit there in front of the TV and not doing anything. You sit there watching this YouTube video and not doing anything. Maybe you're going to click off this video now. I don't care. Yes, retention on YouTube, it's important. I don't care, man. I want you to take action. That's the best testimonial or the best result that I can get for you. That's the best thing that's even better than someone continuing watching my video. It's just someone taking action and actually changing their life. You know who you want to be. Trust your own gut. Trust your gut feeling. Become that man. Lesson number 4 is very interesting and we'll go quite deep here, even though this might sound like surface level stuff. Lesson number 4 is being broke doesn't actually negatively affect your relationship. Her knowing that you'll stay broke and you knowing that you'll stay broke, that's what negatively affects your relationship. And when I say broke, I just mean not being in control of your life. Because there are people out there making millions, making 50K, 100K a month, something like that, right? Well, but they spend 51K a month. They live above their means. Their mind is broke. They have the wrong mindset about stuff. It's so interesting. I saw a clip of Andrew Tate, and you might think about him what you want, and I don't care, quite frankly. I think he has some good and some very, very bad to him. But at the end of the day, he said something like, yeah, you can be broke financially, but still not be broke because you have the right mindset. And I think that's a very, very good point. Or maybe Tristan Tate said that. I don't know which one of those two. I confuse those two sometimes. But really what it is you having that mindset of just, I'll just live a lot of my means, like, I'll just enjoy my life. I don't care about security. I don't care about responsibility. You blaming other people, right? There's so many men, they blame other people for their circumstances. They complain, they do all this stuff. They still make a lot of money, but they're still broke because they don't actually have control of their life. The moment you blame other people, you stay broke because you don't have control of your life. Because the moment you blame someone else for your problems, well, you take away all control, all power from yourself. Oh no, it's my boss's fault. No, it's your fault. It's your life. You chose this job. Oh, but my clients don't pay me early enough. Well, then get other clients. And I say this as an entrepreneur who has sometimes trouble with his clients. Like, it just happens in business. It's normal. My responsibility. The thing is, man, I didn't have any money. I didn't even make any money when I started dating my girl. I still got a girlfriend. Now, why is that? Well, the red pill is kind of right about this stuff. It's not about money though. What it is about is, I'll tell you a story to really drive this point home. A friend and mentor of mine talked to another online entrepreneur that's very big, very successful, very, very wealthy, like 0.00001% wealth. And he asked him, like, man, how did you become this person? Like, how did you become this person? How did you achieve all this stuff? And he said, I just cared more than anyone else. That was his answer. I just cared more than anyone else. And I can relate to that a lot. Because I guarantee there's no one in this space making videos like me. I mean, there's no one really even making these videos, but there's no one, even if people made these videos, there's no one who cares as much as me. And that's why I'm winning. And that's why my girl back then, when I didn't have any money, was attracted to me. And that only changed very recently. I'm only recently making more and more money. But she was attracted to me because she could see that drive in me. She could see that I cared. She could see that I was going places. And that's what attracted her. It's not about your bank balance. It's about your mindset. It's about your state of mind towards money, towards security. Money just represents security. Money just is a tool. Money is not this holy thing or whatever. Money just is a tool that you can use for good and for evil. That you can use to break your life or to make your life. But being broke doesn't negatively affect your relationship. Having a broke mindset, that's what negatively affects your relationship. That's where she gets upset. That's where she can't trust you. That's where all those conflicts come in. And now lesson number 5 is the most important lesson in this whole video, because I always keep the most important lessons towards the end of these videos. So the people who only watch 2 minutes of these videos and then click off because they're bored or because, this is too harsh or whatever, and they click on some random Mr. Beast video, some entertainment bullshit, right? They don't even get the great lessons. Only the people who are committed to making a change, they get the best lessons. So here it goes. Yes, she also has to do her part in getting that relationship that you're in to a great place. But that is not how you should think. Because this is the reason why I hate all these movements like the red pill or the blue pill or the black pill or the men going their own way or all these movements, right? Because what they really are is just a huge game of blaming other people for their circumstances, finding excuses for why their life and their relationship, their love life, whatever it might be, is not where they want it to be. That's all it fucking is. And then what's so funny is some men, these men who watch 2 minutes of my video, right, and then they click off and they don't get these lessons, these guys then feel the need to comment below my videos, but women also need to take responsibility. No shit, Sherlock, of course she also has to change. But I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to you. I'm not making this video for her, or I'm not saying like, she has to do her part. Like, I'm not making these videos to make you feel good. I'm making these videos for you to change your life. And I can't help you change your life if I blame other people for you, for your circumstances. The thing is, you chose her. You chose this relationship. You keep choosing this relationship every single day. Make the best of it. Don't blame other people. Don't blame her. Yes, she has to do her part. The thing is, you can't force her to change. That does not work. What you can do, though, is you can do the very best that you can do yourself. You can take full ownership of your situation. Do the very best that you can. Do everything in your power to become a great partner for her and for both of you, and just become the man that you truly want to become. And then she will follow you. She will follow your lead. She will become that person as well. And then you might say, but what if she doesn't? Well, what if she doesn't? What's the worst case that could happen? You fucking changed your life. You learned everything. And then you learned, hey, this is actually not the woman that I want to be with, but I now have all the skills that I need to attract a amazing woman, have an amazing relationship, amazing life with her. Okay, then let's look at the other side. What happens if you just continue complaining? What's the worst case that could happen there? You don't change yourself. Thing is, your relationship might still end. She might, and it's even more likely to end. But then it ends, but you haven't made any changes. You're still the same fucking person. You're gonna end up in the same situation with a similar woman down the line. Now, the only difference is you're 5 years older, but you haven't learned anything because you blamed her. And the thing is this, man, I have not seen anyone who actually took action and who actually went all the way. I have not seen any one of those not get to the relationship that they actually want with the woman that they're with. The only reason why men don't get there is because they only go 10% of the way, or 5% or 2%, like a child on a hike, complaining, "Oh, mom, but it's so warm, and when are we finally there? And can we go back to the car? It's so hot." It is not easy. It is certainly not easy. Also not for that child. But man, enjoy the fucking journey. And again, I'm not making these videos to make you feel good. I think you can see this now. I'm making these videos to give you brutally honest advice that will actually help you change your relationship for the better. Now here's the thing, man. I know that you're an ambitious guy. I know that you want to do this stuff because you watched this whole video instead of watching some random Mr. Beast bullshit entertainment video, right? You watched this video and you sat with those harsh lessons. The thing is, you still feel accomplished right now. I gave you like a pep talk, right? You feel accomplished. Ground yourself. Realize that you haven't achieved anything yet. Realize that your relationship is still the exact same. By the way, if you really want to make a change and you really want to tackle this, but you just don't feel like you can, or you want some guidance, you want to get there as quick as possible, you want a proven system to get to this relationship, then what you can do, again, is just book a discovery call with me. Link in description. Like I said, in this call, we can talk about your situation. You help me understand your situation. I help you understand what I'm offering. And then we can see whether that's a good fit for you. It's not like a high pressure sales call or anything. It's just a casual conversation where we just talk about your situation and we talk about what I have to offer, and then you can see whether you want to be a part of it or not. I just want to encourage you, man, because you want to take action. You didn't watch this video just like to waste 30 minutes of your time. You want to actually tackle these problems that you're facing right now. And I want to encourage you to actually take action, because the reason why you are here watching this video right now is because over the last few months or years, you didn't really take action in your relationship. You saw problems, you saw issues, but you didn't take action. And now you're here. And I want to just encourage you to take action and just try this discovery call with me. Just see where it can take you. Because man, really, you know that I can help you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. So stop mentally masturbating. Realize that you are exactly where you are right now because of the actions that you didn't take over the last few years. And now you have an opportunity to take action and get to where you want to go by booking this discovery call with me. I'll see you in there. Stop mentally masturbating. For your own sake. Again, I'm not trying to do anything here. I'm just trying to help you change your fucking life. I'll see you in that discovery call. Click that link in the description right now. Book that call. Takes 1 minute to sign up. It's free. And I'll talk to you there. Bye.